Top 5 most dangerous gang members in Pelican Bay State Prison. Welcome to Underworld Icons, where we delve deep into the shadows of Pelican Bay State Prison, home to the most dangerous criminals on earth. Behind these cold, steel bars lie notorious figures like Ronald Yandel, a ruthless mastermind pulling strings from solitary confinement. Omar Arietta, feared for his savage loyalty to the cause, commands respect and terror in equal measure. Gillen, silent yet deadly, strikes without warning, while Todd Asher, cold-blooded and calculated, holds the reins of fear. And then there's Arturo Castellanos, a name whispered in dread, his influence stretching far beyond prison walls. These men aren't just inmates, they are nightmares in human form. If you dare, hit that like button, comment, and subscribe to stay locked in with Underworld Icons for more chilling tales. Number 5. Ronald Yandel. Ronald Yandel, a name etched into the dark history of the Aryan Brotherhood, is one of the most notorious figures to ever walk the corridors of California's prison system. His criminal career began long before he became an influential leader within the Brotherhood. Yandel had already amassed a lengthy record of violent offenses, landing him in some of the state's toughest prisons. However, it was within those steel walls that Yandel truly came into his own as a force to be reckoned with. His rise to power was not a matter of chance, it was the product of calculated brutality and a cold, ruthless nature that quickly earned him a place among the Brotherhood's elite. Yandel's reputation for violence grew steadily, fueled by his unflinching ability to navigate the treacherous waters of prison life. His brutal approach to resolving conflicts and enforcing the Aryan Brotherhood's code of conduct soon elevated him to a leadership role within the gang. One of the most defining moments in Yandel's ascent to power came in 1971, during a failed prison escape that ended in the slaughter of several correctional officers. Yandel's role in the massacre demonstrated his willingness to carry out the most violent and high-profile orders without hesitation. This event solidified his standing within the Brotherhood and established him as one of the most feared individuals behind bars. In the years that followed, Yandel's power continued to grow, and so did the body count. On August 12, 2015, he orchestrated the killing of Pennell, a move that not only reaffirmed his loyalty to the Aryan Brotherhood, but also showcased his ruthless efficiency in eliminating threats. This was far from an isolated incident. Yandel was later found guilty of conspiring to eliminate several other inmates, including Kenneth Johnson, James Mickey, Paul Diaz, Michael Tripp, and Doug Maynard. These killings were not random acts of violence, but rather calculated moves designed to maintain control, send a message, and strike fear into both rivals and allies. Yandel's grip on power was built on bloodshed, and each death reinforced his standing as a man who would stop at nothing to enforce the Brotherhood's dominance. But Yandel's criminal enterprise extended far beyond murder. He was deeply involved in the distribution of illicit substances, using his leadership position within the Aryan Brotherhood to coordinate drug trafficking operations both inside and outside the prison. Through a vast network of associates and other gang members, Yandel helped orchestrate a criminal empire that stretched far beyond the walls of Pelican Bay State Prison. His ability to maintain control over the flow of illegal drugs only further solidified his power, as it allowed him to command loyalty and extend his influence into the outside world. Despite his ironclad grip on the prison's shadowy underworld, Yandel's reign of terror couldn't last forever. In his 60s, he was convicted by a federal jury on multiple charges, including conspiracy to distribute illegal substances and violence in aid of racketeering. His involvement in the Aryan Brotherhood's violent and drug-fueled empire ultimately led to his downfall. Yet, even behind bars, Yandel remains a feared figure, serving his sentence at Pelican Bay State Prison, a place where his legacy of violence, control, and fear continues to linger. Ronald Yandel's story is not one of redemption. It is a chilling reminder of the power that certain individuals can wield, even within the confines of prison. His legacy within the Aryan Brotherhood is built on bloodshed and control, a stark warning of the dark power that lurks within America's most dangerous correctional facilities. Ronald Yandel's story reflects the grim reality of unchecked power within the prison system, where fear and manipulation become the currency of survival. His rise and reign within the Aryan Brotherhood underscore the capacity for organized crime to thrive, even behind bars. Yandel's legacy is a sobering reminder that some criminals, despite their confinement, continue to influence and control both inmates and law enforcement. While his reign may have come to an official end, the marks he left on the prison system remain, His tale serves as a cautionary account of the destructive reach of prison gangs and the lasting impact on the lives they touch. It also highlights the ongoing challenges faced by authorities in curbing the influence of such notorious figures. Ultimately, Yandel's story illustrates the thin line between incarceration and continued criminal enterprise. Number 4. Omar Arrietta. A formidable name within the Mexican mafia, has earned a fearsome reputation as one of the most dangerous gang leaders in Pelican Bay State Prison. His rise to power was marked by relentless violence, an unyielding loyalty to the Mexican mafia, and a chilling ability to orchestrate terror from behind prison walls. Arrieta's criminal career began long before his imprisonment, but it was within the confines of California's most notorious prisons that his influence truly took root. He quickly rose through the ranks, becoming known for his ruthlessness and ability to command both respect and fear among fellow inmates and gang members. Arrieta's leadership within the Mexican mafia is not simply due to brute force, but also his strategic mind. He has demonstrated an uncanny ability to navigate the violent and treacherous world of prison politics. One of the key aspects of his power is his control over drug trafficking within the prison. Arrietta has been deeply involved in the distribution of illicit substances, both inside and outside the prison, ensuring that the Mexican mafia remains financially powerful. Through an extensive network of associates, Arrietta managed to establish a vast criminal enterprise, dealing in narcotics, extortion, and murder. His influence is felt far beyond the prison walls, as his orders continue to reach the streets. But it is Arrietta's involvement in violence that truly sets him apart. He has been linked to numerous murders, many of which were orchestrated with surgical precision to eliminate threats or rivals. Arrietta is believed to have ordered hits on both inmates and gang members who defied the Mexican mafia's rule, as well as individuals outside the prison who interfered with their operations. These killings were not random acts of rage, but rather calculated moves designed to maintain the Mexican mafia's iron grip on power. Arrietta's ability to instill fear through violence, coupled with his strategic approach, made him an essential figure in the gang's hierarchy. Despite being incarcerated in Pelican Bay, a prison known for housing the most dangerous and high-risk inmates in the U.S., Arrietta has continued to exert control over the Mexican mafia's activities. His leadership remains unchallenged, and his ability to coordinate criminal enterprises from solitary confinement highlights the terrifying reach of his influence. Omar Arrietta's name is synonymous with power, violence, and control traits that define his role within one of the most dangerous prison gangs in the country. Even within the isolated confines of Pelican Bay, Arrietta's reign is far from over, as he continues to be a looming presence, orchestrating the Mexican mafia's operations from the shadows, with bloodshed and fear marking his every move. Omar Arrietta's legacy within the Mexican mafia highlights the terrifying reality of gang leaders who continue to wield immense power despite being imprisoned. His ability to command operations from behind bars demonstrates the extent of his influence, both within the prison and beyond. Arrietta's strategic control over criminal enterprises, particularly drug trafficking, ensures that his reach remains strong, even in confinement. His story serves as a stark reminder of how deeply ingrained gang structures can be, with their leaders maintaining control over criminal networks. Authorities face a relentless challenge in dismantling such organizations, as figures like Arrietta show that imprisonment alone is not enough to curb their influence. The ongoing impacts of his leadership underscores the need for continued vigilance and strategic interventions within the prison system. Number 3. Antonio Gillen, a high-ranking member of the notorious Nuestra Familia gang, is one of the most dangerous figures within Pelican Bay State Prison. A high-ranking member of the notorious Nuestra Familia gang is one of the most dangerous figures within Pelican Bay State Prison. Known for his strategic mind and ruthless enforcement of gang loyalty, Gillen's rise through the ranks of Nuestra Familia was not built solely on brute strength, but on his ability to execute calculated moves within the gang's complex hierarchy. His role as a leader within the gang has cemented his place as a man to be feared, both inside and outside the prison walls. Gillen's criminal career began on the streets, where he became entangled in the violent world of Nuestra Familia. His early involvement in drug trafficking, extortion, and violent crime quickly earned him a reputation as someone willing to do whatever was necessary to further the gang's influence. Once incarcerated, Gillen's reputation only grew as he demonstrated his ability to command respect and maintain control over Nuestra Familia's prison operations. His leadership style, marked by a mix of violence and shrewd decision-making, allowed him to rise to the upper echelons of the gang, a position that came with both power and immense responsibility. One of the key aspects of Gillen's leadership is his control over Nuestra Familia's prison-based criminal activities, particularly drug trafficking. Gillen has been deeply involved in coordinating the distribution of narcotics within Pelican Bay and other prisons, using a network of gang members and associates to ensure that the gang's operations remain highly profitable. His ability to maintain control over drug sales has been crucial to Nuestra Familia's power and influence within the prison system. His involvement in smuggling contraband, including drugs and weapons, has helped solidify his leadership, as control over these resources is vital for maintaining the gang's grip on power. However, it is Gillen's involvement in orchestrating violent acts that truly defines his reign. He has been implicated in ordering multiple assaults and murders, both within the prison and on the streets, targeting rival gang members and those who posed a threat to Nuestra Familia. These hits were often calculated, ensuring that any challenge to his authority or to the gang's operations was swiftly eliminated. Gillen's willingness to resort to extreme violence to maintain control made him one of the most feared leaders within the prison system. Despite his incarceration, Antonio Gillen remains a formidable figure, continuing to exert influence over Nuestra Familia's activities. His strategic mind and ruthless nature have kept him at the top, ensuring that the gang's violent reign inside Pelican Bay State Prison endures. Antonio Gillen's leadership within Nuestra Familia exemplifies the enduring power that gang leaders can hold, even from within the prison system. His strategic control over the gang's criminal enterprises, particularly drug trafficking, underscores his ability to maintain dominance despite incarceration. Gillen's influence, built on calculated decisions and unwavering enforcement of gang loyalty, continues to shape the dynamics both inside and outside Pelican Bay. His rise through the ranks highlights the challenges authorities face in curbing organized crime within prisons. The ongoing presence of figures like Gillen serves as a stark reminder of how entrenched gang networks can be, making dismantling such organizations an arduous task. His story demonstrates the resilience and far-reaching impact of Nuestra Familia's leadership. Number 2. Todd Asher. Todd Asher, a prominent member of the Aryan Brotherhood, is one of the most dangerous gang leaders within Pelican Bay State Prison. His rise to power within this violent, white supremacist gang has been marked by his cold-blooded nature, meticulous planning, and ruthless enforcement of the Brotherhood's rigid code of conduct. Asher's reputation as a feared and calculating leader was solidified through years of violent crime, both inside and outside the prison system, where he demonstrated an unwavering commitment to the Brotherhood's brutal objectives. Asher's criminal career began with a series of violent offenses that eventually led to his incarceration in California's prison system. It was here, within the unforgiving environment of maximum security prisons, that Asher's capacity for violence caught the attention of the Aryan Brotherhood. Known for his unflinching brutality, he quickly rose through the gang's ranks, earning the respect of fellow members and cementing his place as one of their most dangerous enforcers. His ability to maintain order through fear and violence made him indispensable to the gang's leadership, eventually granting him significant influence over the Aryan Brotherhood's operations. One of the most defining aspects of Asher's power is his role in orchestrating violent attacks within the prison system. He has been implicated in the planning and execution of numerous assaults, many designed to eliminate rivals or traitors to the Aryan Brotherhood. His meticulous approach ensures that each attack is carefully calculated, minimizing the risk of failure. This precision has made him a feared figure, not only within the gang, but also among prison authorities and rival inmates. Asher's name is synonymous with swift, merciless retribution, a quality that has kept the Aryan Brotherhood's power intact for years. In addition to his violent tendencies, Todd Asher has been deeply involved in the Aryan Brotherhood's extensive criminal enterprise. He plays a significant role in drug trafficking, using his position within the gang to facilitate the smuggling and distribution of narcotics, both inside and outside the prison walls. Asher's influence in the drug trade has enabled the Aryan Brotherhood to maintain control over vital prison resources, from contraband cigarettes to methamphetamine, further solidifying his power and ensuring the gang's financial stability. Despite being confined to the maximum security wings of Pelican Bay State Prison, Asher's influence extends far beyond the prison's walls. He has developed a complex network of communication with gang associates, allowing him to orchestrate criminal operations that reach into the streets. This connection not only reinforces his authority within the gang, but also ensures that he remains a pivotal player in broader criminal activities. Asher's strategic mind allows him to manipulate situations to his advantage, maintaining a constant state of control over gang operations. Moreover, Asher's ruthless enforcement of loyalty and discipline creates an atmosphere of fear among both gang members and inmates. Those who show weakness or dissent face severe consequences, reinforcing the gang's rigid hierarchy. This environment has attracted new recruits eager to prove themselves, ensuring a steady flow of manpower for the Brotherhood. The cycle of violence and loyalty perpetuates itself, with Asher at its center. Asher's reign of terror within the prison system is far from over. His name remains synonymous with fear and control in one of America's most dangerous correctional facilities. While prison authorities continue to seek ways to contain him, Asher's unyielding grip on power illustrates the challenges of dismantling organized crime from within. In a world where loyalty is bought with blood and survival is paramount, Todd Asher stands as a formidable testament to the dark realities of prison life and gang dominance. As long as he remains a key figure in the Aryan Brotherhood, the cycle of violence and intimidation will persist, casting a long shadow over Pelican Bay and beyond. Number 1. Arturo Castellanos. Arturo Castellanos, a notorious figure within the Mexican Mafia, stands as one of the most dangerous gang leaders in Pelican Bay State Prison. His rise to prominence in the criminal underworld is marked by an unyielding commitment to violence, a keen strategic mind, and an iron grip on the operations of the Mexican Mafia. Castellanos' reputation as a ruthless enforcer has been solidified through years of orchestrating brutal acts and maintaining an extensive criminal enterprise that extends far beyond prison walls. Castellanos' criminal career began in the chaotic streets of Los Angeles, where he quickly became involved with the Mexican Mafia. His early entanglements in drug trafficking and violent crime laid the groundwork for his future as a formidable gang leader. During his formative years in the gang, Castellanos honed his skills in navigating the treacherous landscape of gang rivalry and law enforcement, developing a reputation for cunning and ferocity that would serve him well in the years to come. Once incarcerated, Castellanos' reputation only grew as he proved himself to be a shrewd and calculating player in the dangerous game of prison politics. His ability to adapt and strategize in a volatile environment made him an invaluable asset to the Mexican Mafia, eventually earning him a position of considerable power. One of the defining traits of Castellanos is his methodical approach to violence. He has been linked to numerous murders and assaults, often orchestrating these acts with chilling precision. Each violent act serves not only to eliminate a threat, but also to reinforce the power structure within the gang. Castellanos' willingness to eliminate rivals, be they members of opposing gangs or even disloyal associates, demonstrates his commitment to maintaining the Mexican Mafia's dominance. His strategic thinking enables him to remain a central figure in the organization, even from behind bars. Every decision he makes is calculated, designed to instill fear and remind others of the severe consequences of crossing him or the gang. In addition to his violent reputation, Castellanos has played a significant role in managing the Mexican Mafia's extensive drug trafficking operations. He has been instrumental in coordinating the smuggling of narcotics into Pelican Bay and other prisons, ensuring a steady flow of revenue for the gang. Through a vast network of loyal associates, both inside and outside the prison, Castellanos has maintained control over the drug trade, further solidifying the Mexican Mafia's power and influence within the prison system. His ability to direct operations from behind bars illustrates the terrifying reach of his criminal network and his unwavering determination to expand the gang's territory. Castellanos also understands the importance of loyalty and discipline in maintaining control over his associates. He cultivates an environment where obedience is rewarded, but betrayal is met with swift and brutal punishment. This ruthless enforcement of loyalty not only strengthens his command, but also creates a culture of fear that keeps members in line. Those who dare to defy him often find themselves facing dire consequences, reinforcing the idea that loyalty to the Mexican Mafia is paramount. Even while incarcerated, Arturo Castellanos continues to wield considerable influence over the Mexican Mafia. He has become a master at leveraging communication methods, ensuring that orders are relayed and executed without delay. His ability to orchestrate criminal activities from within the confines of Pelican Bay demonstrates the depth of his power and the lengths to which he will go to maintain it. Castellanos remains a looming presence in the gang, with his orders being carried out by trusted lieutenants, ensuring that the violent legacy of the Mexican Mafia endures. As long as he remains behind bars, the echoes of his ruthless reign will resonate through the prison's dark corridors. Castellanos embodies the dangers of life within the gang, a reminder that even in confinement, the grip of organized crime can remain unyielding. His story is a chilling testament to the pervasive influence of the Mexican Mafia and the relentless cycle of violence that defines it, leaving an indelible mark on the lives of those entangled in its web. Thanks for watching our exploration of the top 5 most dangerous gangsters in Pelican Bay State Prison. If you found their stories chilling, don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment to stay updated on more gripping content from Underworld Icons. Your engagement helps us bring you even more in-depth looks at the darker sides of criminal history. Remember, knowledge is power, and understanding these figures is crucial in grasping the realities of the criminal underworld. Until next time, stay safe and keep your eyes open.